Hangout is on air and is live now. Congratulations! And just few days ago, I was like sleeping, and I have noticed that when I'm sleeping, from time to time there are like I'm on channel, and I'm channeling. I'm still conscious, and I want to ask some questions. And I was like, no, there are this information. All is the one, and one is the all. Well, can you explain me something like this? And there was information given in a split of a second, and it was really small information, but it took me maybe half day. I was thinking about it. Well, I wasn't like thinking all the day, but I was like from time to time I spent thinking about it, or maybe half a day or maybe more. I'm still thinking about it now. So what was it that how do we perceive all is the one and one is the all? There are many levels of this understanding, and one of them was given to me, although there are many other levels that also was given to me. But uh, uh, I would subject it in within this universe, understanding that exists within this universe only. And for example, with this whatever you are watching, and the information was given that I was asking like, well, how is all the one? We all are one. How is this? So the answer was we all are one. I was like, no, you can explain me more. And it was like, for example, imagine you are observing something, a computer. When that happens, you have understanding of the I. You have the understanding I am. You have the understanding of I am. Even hearing, even feeling emptiness is this that is the observing of I am. I, that is the observing of I. If you don't see anything, there is no I. There is no observer, and there is anything. There is nothing. Well, I said, well, how is that possible? He said, well, basically, in your deep dreaming states, you have no I. There is no I anymore, but you still exist, only without personality. And that who observes that nothing that has never been seen in that point is the all that is one. I was like, well, explain me more. And he said, well, one example, you are looking at a tree, and a friend is looking at the tree. For example, I don't know, this pen is, well, for example, imagine a tree is my head, and on this hand is one friend, and this is another friend. And he is observing my head, which is my head, for example. Okay, maybe not tree, but my head. And while this person is observing my head, and this person is observing my head, they are both observing one object, which is my head. Now, this information comes through them, the personalities, and goes on top of to the one. And because the one can identify that the one object is seen from a different location, from a different perspective, their same object has a different view of it. It is a different personality because there is only witness the one. But somehow imagine, for example, that you are a photo camera for the one, and my head is one picture is my head and the other picture is my head. And the one can combine these pictures and see that they are two different pictures, from different angle, different colors, and so on. And this is how he can identify that this is a personality observing it, but there is still only the I. Because of the difference from a point of view, it creates the separation of the one that is. So basically, we are all one observer observing all that is from a different angle. And this was very interesting to me because I have never known anything like this. And it was like, whoa. Yeah, well, there are many that say there is the one observer, but I can give it to you in another level now. That also another channeling. Where is the one dreamer? And I received a picture of the one dreamer. He is like a human meditating, and from a completely another world. And I was like, whoa, this is interesting. But the energy was so powerful. It was so powerful that my body was just like, in a flick of a second, it faded away because I know that's too much. I woke up really dizzy, and I saw him. But what I remembered him also, that maybe some 10 years ago I received the same image of him, and I was communicating with him. And he had a beard, and he was a completely different world, and he was looking at me and saying, and smiling. And there were many crystals, many crystal balls shining in purple, blue, and any other colors, but there were many. Basically, they were purple. And I asked him, "All universe fits in here?" He said, "Yes." And I had like desire, how? And I looked him, and I suddenly entered this crystal, and I was, where am I now? And it was very interesting. Now I know how. No, I don't know how, but I think I will know how this universe is built. But that was a different picture. That was also an interesting picture. So this is the all or one information related to. I hope it helps you. If not, then again, my conversation continued in the same time, and there was no question, but the answer was given that technically it is not possible for past or future to even exist. Technically, it is only possible that there is only now that exists, and the now is constantly changing. For example, I was like given an image, but this image cannot describe it to be a computer. Well, I'm basically more in technological things. A computer processor can never be past and can never be future. It can be only the now. It's technically not possible. Not even a printer, not even a paper cutter cannot be the past. It can only be the now. And it cannot be the future. It can only be the now. Technically, there is no future possible. There is no past possible. Technically, there is only the now. And because of that, uh, it, because of our mind, we have the memories and everything. It creates the idea of past and the future, but there is only the now that is shifting and changing and changing, evolving and evolving throughout our perspectives and so on. But this information was very interesting. Another information, we were talking about Nikola Tesla, and I was like channeling with him, and I was like, you have this quote: to understand energy or universe, we have to think in waves. I was thinking about this, and then I saw the Tesla. He was like, Tesla is very peaceful and he's very silent, and he was like, well, imagine two antennas. Well, again, one hand, so one antenna and the other is on antenna. You have the idea of that somehow they are connected wirelessly in the physical world, but they are not connected wirelessly in the physical world. Imagine there is an energy, a parallel energy world where there is only energy. And what he showed me was like physical world, and then entering farther and farther away, there is only energy world. And it was like the same antenna, but only the antenna had a huge waves around it. And another antenna has another huge waves, but different around him, around the antenna. And once the waves are aligned and they are strong enough in waves, they somehow fold together. For example, one antenna here and one antenna here. And if the waves are matching energy vibration, and they are strong enough, they fold together and they create a circle of energy that goes like this. For example, if there is one antenna only, the energy goes around him, around. But if there is one antenna vibrating on the same energy, and that are pretty much strong enough in amplifying, it can fold together, like water, and then the waves go circulating like this. The antenna becomes as one, and energy circulates around him. And because the energy circulates around him, it can create the idea of energy sending, like energy transmitting, because the one can have glimpses of changes, and the information and the waves that go through the energy that rotates through them both can also change. For example, on this side, it starts vibrating, And when entering this side, it continues vibrating and slower, and then again vibrates up and sends energy there. So this was another interesting thing, because it was visions and inspirations and understandings inherently given. And this was also very interesting. But there was another interesting thing that was from that channel. So all is one. Time is now. Okay, those are the three things. Yes, this all happened in one night. So again, thank you for watching. Although I'm in total darkness, well, I see the video while I'm talking, and I'm sorry for that. And I love to do channeling. If you can write me, we can do channeling together, and enjoy and have your absolute best day that you can ever have, and just smile and do whatever you excite you to do. And then, okay, thank you very much, and see you soon.